Yep, $2,300 down the drain. Sheesh. Oh man. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. I hope you guys are doing good, and today's video is the video that I didn't want to make, but I have to make it. So as you guys know, last year, right before Hurricane Ian, I bought an LSD. It's an OS Geekin LSD. So I had an appointment at the shop. Then the hurricane happened and everything pushed back, and then pushed back again. Then I decided to do this myself because it's not that hard. It's to build a diff. After I've done some research, as long as you get your preload and your backlash right, it should be fine to swap the open diff to the LSD. So I decided that to just do it myself. What I was on eBay, I saw how cheap those diffs were just used. So I bought a used diff, and instead of using the diff I have in the IS, I bought a whole no diff used on eBay for about like $300. And then the only thing I had to do is change all the bearings, and we used the same pinion and the gearing. So I started, as you guys know, there's already part 1 and part 2 on the channel. So while I was working on part 3, I literally messed that thing up. So this thing cost me maybe around $2,400 because I bought this from a dude here in Florida. So he had it for his he had it for his IS350, and then he ended up selling the car, and then he posted online. So I got it from him for about $1,500, which I saved some money, but it was still brand new. And then after I bought all the bearings and the used diff with all the seals and everything, the whole thing was about $2,400, I would say. So the problem is I installed the bearings on the OS taken diff, and then I use this little guy right here, which is a sleeve retainer. What I should have done is just use gear oil to install this, but after I installed the bearing may look like it sit all the way, but they just wasn't going all the way down. So after I installed the bearings, I installed the pinions, like, and everything, I tried to install the diff, and then it just, with the snap rings, one side would fit perfectly fine and the other side would not go all the way in. And I was trying to figure out why like the snap rings, because these snap rings, they're like shims. So that's how Lexus Toyota built them. So I contacted OS Geekin, Fix Engineering, and I even had a post on Club Lexus, and they told me that they all told me the same thing, saying that check your pairings, make sure it's sitting all the way, because if the pairings aren't fully seated, you're gonna have this problem with the snap ring. So if you look at it, it looks like it's sit perfectly fine, but when you put down one and trying to look, you can see all the gaps. So I used the press to press down, it wouldn't press all the way, and then I tried to remove it, but because I used this product, it just wouldn't come off, because the sleeve retainer, it when you put this on something, it's just make it stay there. Like it's just pretty much buried that thing. So I should have just used gear oil. So I used the slip retainer, and I tried to remove this. I could not. That's when I tried this thing to trying to cut it, and at this point I was getting, it was hot in here. I was getting frustrated, and then I got carried away, and I was just going. I put this on max and just full blast, and then by the time I realized that I already passed the pairing, it was too late. All I could say was, oh shit. So what I did, I cut this all the way to the bearing and all the way to the diff. So at this point I cannot use this diff anymore, and this was gonna be the last mat on this car, or not really, because I keep saying that, but I was planning on maybe get headers or something, but I just wanting to know how it feels for this car to have LSD. But at this point, this thing costs a lot of money, and I don't want to spend money on this car anymore, because I am processing to get a new car, because the main reason why I haven't got a new car is because the entrance rate is, I don't see myself maybe like 7% entrance rate for good, especially when you have good credit. So at this point it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do this, and I don't think I can spend another. These are, they're not cheap. They're about $2,400. So I don't think I'm just gonna. I don't think I'm gonna. Maybe, just maybe. So I don't see myself spending that much of money again to get a brand new diff to put on this car. So this process was all about learning. It's all my fault. I learned that if you frustrated about something, just take a break, come then take a few hours of break, or just leave it just leave it and then come back the next day. So because I was trying to install it in here and it wouldn't install, and I had to remove the bearings again and doing all that, and I got frustrated and I got carried away. I freaking full blast that thing, and he went all straight to there. Like, I don't even know how that happened. Like I said, by that time I realized that it wasn't the bearing anymore, it was the actual diff. I was like, oh crap, I messed up. So that's where we are. So I just don't know, man. It's hot in here. I don't know if I'm going to buy another diff to put in this car. So right now my focus is to get another car, and at this point I'm just gonna get another car, because I feel like the more I wait for the interest rate to go down, the higher it gets. So it doesn't really matter. So there it is. That's the sad news on today's videos. I spent all this money with bearings, with gaskets, and, well, not seals and all that. Spent all that money just for me to mess it up. So we live and we learn. So it's not that I couldn't do it, it's because I can do it. It's because that when you got frustrated and you got carried away, you just do things that you just don't even know, and you do. All right guys, I hope you guys have a good day, good night, good afternoon. If I decided to buy a new one, we'll get another video on the diff, and if not, then it is what it is. See you guys in the next one.